Good morning on this rainy Tuesday morning here in Scottsboro, getting ready for day 2 of the Toyota Series event here on Guntersville. Sitting in a decent spot, 47th place with 16:10 yesterday. I go out there and do the same thing today. We'll be sitting pretty good, but I'm looking for a big bag to jump into that top spot so I can fish on Thursday. Things are going to be changing. Water's coming up. They're going to be pulling quite a bit of water today just because of the rain that we got. It's not supposed to dip too cool, I mean in the 50s today, but then tomorrow right back up in the 70s, so I got to stay on my toes, just keep making adjustments until I get a bite. I don't know how much of the camera is going to be out today because of the weather, but I will try to put the GoPro out if I can. I'm ready to get after it. It's going to be awesome. It's 8 o'clock and we're still sitting here. We've been in a fog delay since takeoff was supposed to be at 6:30. Looks like it's just starting to lift, so first flight will be going out here pretty quick. We're boat 276, doing it 4:15. At least we got a little bit of a longer day, ready to go make it happen. We got held back at the ramp for about 2 hours because of the fog delay that we had in the morning. You know, and that it just had my wheels turning. You know, I started out the day before down in an area down the lake. There's a lot of floating grass, and I kind of burned about 45 minutes there just trying to figure out if the fish were still there. The fish were still there, but I couldn't make a clean cast. Now, I was boat 53 on the first day. Second day, the field flips. So I'm a later boat, and I figured, well, heck, let's just get a line wet right away. So I made a run to a couple spots I had pretty close to the ramp, just trying to maximize my time, especially with my day being even shortened because of the 2-hour fog delay. Now, I did have a later check-in time, but still, nonetheless, I wanted to get a line wet as soon as I could. I ended up sitting on this spot for a while. A lot of other boats around, which really in this event didn't deter me all that much. I mean, it was such a timing deal. I made a run down to the spot where I had a little flurry on the first day.
Got him.
And as you can tell, the water is chocolate milk. It's just completely stained. But the reason I stayed here as long as I did, besides getting a couple bites, actually catching some fish, was simply because I could tell that there was fish in the area.
Do I? Have one?
Chasing it. Chased it all the way to the surface.
Huh. I had fish swirling on my bait as I was bringing it up. And as soon as I would hit the trolling motor, it would look in the prop wash, and it was clear underneath that mud. The mud was literally just on the surface. So once your bait got down through it, they could still see. Now, I'm not saying that didn't deter a lot of the fish, because there were not the numbers that were there on day 1, but there were still fish there.
There we go.
Got him?
Yep.
Yep. Number two's got to go. I think I stuck it out here for a while, making a couple casts, just milling around. I mean, this tournament was one of those ones. Put yourself in the area where there's a bunch of fish and just stay there and try to make a bite. And it seems like as soon as you get one to bite, you get a couple more. At least that's how it was on the first day. And I think on day 2 it was the same way, just depending on where you were. These fish get grouped up really heavy in this grass, and when you find one, you find a bunch.
There we go.
Got it?
Yep. Okay. single time we spin around, get a bite. 3.
Well, it's about that time to make a move. Been sitting there for a while. Time to change it up and find some bigger and better fish. So I go back to the area where I started. But it didn't take me too long.
Good one.
Grass had been blown out. Because they're pulling so much water. And the water was cleaner.
Small.
Got in there. Thank you. Wow. Thank you, Lord. That's number 4 right there. 4.
Pull like he's bigger than that, didn't he?
Oh yeah. Hit like a freight train. He's literally right on top of my waypoint.
What you want to do?
I'm just gonna turn
Turn
and go
around,
back
go back.
that way. No, I'm going that way.
What this guy was doing, he was very much focused on that one area, which was exactly where I had a waypoint. He thought I was getting too close to him because he was actually going the other way, and I wasn't going to get much closer. I was just doing a big circle. Just trying to, he had his area that he was setting in. He was there first. He had every right to it. So I was just giving him the distance and trying to make the most of what I had in front of me,
I bet he's like 14.
which ended up being a lot of little fish.
Yep, 14.
Got it? Well, the spot paid off for you. You got your biggest fish here.
I didn't even get to fish the spot that I wanted to.
Yep.
I'll take it. And on top of that, we still got over 2 hours.
So I did end up leaving for a little bit. I went and checked a couple other spots, checked the spot where I caught some really good fish for practice. But then I ended up coming right back.
There he is. Got him.
Yeah.
Nope.
No?
14 3/4. There he is. There he is.
This fish right here is probably one of the biggest nail-biting fish catches that I have ever had.
There you go. Yes, thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Just to be sure. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Oh, that's 5.
Good job.
Thank you, Lord.
Good job, man.
Yes. Yes. We got time for like 2 more casts. Oh my God. You have no idea. Oh my God. It ain't what I need, but
6, 9.
it's 5. One more. Came in clutch with that last second catch. It was like 3:58. I needed to leave that spot by at least, I thought, 4:03 to make it back in time. And I made it back with about a minute to spare, thank goodness. Thank the Lord I'm in a Bass Cat and can just fly up the lake. Overall, it was a pretty good event. I ended up in 42nd place with 29 pounds for 2 days. 30 pounds and an ounce made the cut to the final day. Congratulations to Laker Howell for making it. He was the 25th guy in, so good for him. But I made some mistakes. That culling mistake on day one, I don't know if it hurt me. It's hard to say. I'm not going to do an armchair quarterback on that one because it's done and over with. It is the Wednesday after the tournament ended, so the tournament was a week ago, and I'm still out here on Guntersville just trying to figure these fish out. I had the fish pretty well dialed in for the week, for the tournament itself. I was actually on the winning fish because I watched the guy who won catch them. But it was just one of those deals. It's gratifying to know that I was in the area where they work, where they live. It's a kick straight to the gut to know that I couldn't be the one to catch them and put them in the boat. But a 42nd place finish is what I got out of 330. You know, I'm always gunning for that top spot. I'm never really satisfied with anything less. That being said, good points going into the year towards that championship right back here on Guntersville in November. It was just a shallow grass bite for me. From 3 foot all the way down to about 8 foot was where I was getting most of my bites. I went up to Chickamauga because I got another Toyota Series coming up there. I will be going to Dale Hollow on my way home. I was gonna do it this week, but the water came up like 18 foot, something crazy like that. So I didn't want to go look at a muddy pond, and it wasn't gonna do me any good anyway. So I've just been hanging out here, just having a blast, you know, waking up every morning and get to go fishing on Lake Guntersville. Like, how do you can't top that. You really can't. I am gonna do a tackle breakdown on everything that I used, but that'll be a later video. Next tournament, Dale Hollow. We'll see you there.